Hi everybody, Gil Brodsky here with a brief lesson on how to blow the shofar and with a special secret for beginners on how to get a great solid blast of a sound every time. Now the general principle for blowing shofar is very simple. You make a buzzing sound with your lips. And you do that while holding the shofar up to your lips right over the area that you buzz. So it's like this. Now, about half of the really good shofar blowers, blizzers as my father used to call them, will buzz right in the front and center of their lips, while others prefer to buzz on either the right side or the left side of their mouth. Some people will tell you that traditionally it's preferable to use this side, but there's no halacha on that. The other basic principle is that the faster you buzz your lips, producing a higher buzzing sound, the higher the pitch of the shofar note will be. It's not blowing harder, it's buzzing faster. And it comes out like this. And on each of the shofar calls, tekiah, shavarim, and teruah, you start out on one pitch and you rise up on the end of the call. Now most of you, when you start trying to blow shofar, will have a hard time getting a good sound. You might get something like this at best. I can give you a couple of tips to make that better. First of all, you want to make sure that your buzzing is concentrated on one small spot where the upper and the lower lips meet. You want to buzz. You don't want a Bronx cheer. And secondly, you want to hold the shofar mouthpiece right up against your lips so that it might look to somebody watching you that you have the mouthpiece actually inside your mouth, but it isn't. And don't pucker your lips or pout them. Just keep them in a natural position. And there's no need to tighten your cheeks or to puff them out like Dizzy Gillespie or Kermit the Frog, like that. Now I promised you a special secret for beginners to make sure that you can produce a great shofar blast in no time. And here it is. Surprise, there is no secret. I wish there was, but just like learning a backhand swing in tennis or a picking technique on the guitar or just about anything, the true secret is this: practice. Pick up that shofar, buzz away, remember those tips I gave you, and see what you can get. If you try just a few times a day, you'll find that if you do it a little bit, then over time it will get better. And before you know it, with practice, you'll be blowing like a seasoned pro. Now, one thing that everybody knows is that someone who has experience playing a brass instrument, such as a trumpet, can learn to blow the shofar much more quickly because they've already mastered the concept of buzzing their lips. The thing is that the shofar mouthpieces are much more irregular in shape and smaller than trumpet mouthpieces. So for those of you who are struggling with the shofar, maybe you should start with the trumpet. Now, I'm not suggesting that you go out and buy a trumpet or trombone, but for under $10, you can buy a simple, decent trumpet mouthpiece. And then try to buzz into that. You'll know when you get a good sound. And it's easier to practice buzzing faster, to produce a higher pitch. Then, when you feel comfortable with this mouthpiece, you can move on to the shofar. So here's the basic sequence of the shofar calls: tekiah, shavarim, teruah, and another tekiah. The tekiah is the basic, simple, single blast. The shavarim is a set of 3 minute tekiyahs. And the teruah is a set of short staccato blasts Most people do 9 in total. The total time span of each of the blasts is the same. And of course, for the Tekiah to Gedola, you hold the Tekiah for a long time. Now I could do a very long one here, but I don't want to show off, so I'll do a shorter Tekiah Gedola. And maybe with some practice, if you get really fancy with your shofar, you can even play a song. So don't be shy. Grab your shofar, start practicing, keep practicing, and someday you too can be a great bluzzer. Shana tova umtuka lechulam. May each and every one of us have a good, sweet year.